financial experts are predicting that President Trump will win 2020 in a blowout. Politico reported that while President Trump has a low approval rating, if the election were held today, he'd likely ride to a second term in a huge landslide, according to multiple economic models with strong track records of picking presidential winners and losses. Democrats are struggling to find fault with President Trump's economy. Watch the video. From Daily Wire. According to some financial experts, President Trump should easily win the 2020 election because of one factor: the strength of the economy. The experts quoted by Politico said that if history is a reliable guide, the fact that the economy has flourished during Trump's tenure should be the overriding element in voters' decision as to whom to vote for in 2020. The economy is sailing along on rising wages and low gas prices, as well as low unemployment. Donald Luskin, chief investment officer of Trend Macrolytics, which predicted Trump's 2016 victory, opined, "The economy is just so damn strong right now, and by all historic precedent the incumbent should run away with it." He was sanguine about any problems with the economy that might arise between now and November 2020, adding, "It would have to slow a lot to still be not pretty good." Luskin was echoed by Yale economist Ray Fair, whose economic model also predicted Trump's 2016 victory. He stated, "Even if you have a mediocre but not great economy, and that's more or less consensus for between now and the election, that has a Trump victory and by a not trivial margin." He said that in the current economy, Trump would get 54% of the vote. A third expert, Mark Zandi, chief economist at Moody's Analytics, who is not a fan of Trump, has used 12 different economic models to try to ascertain who would win in 2020. He said Trump won in all 12, winning most of them easily. He asserted, if the election were held today, Trump would win according to the models and pretty handily. In 3 or 4 of them it would be pretty close. He's got low gas prices, low unemployment and a lot of other political variables at his back. The only exception is his popularity, which matters a lot. If that falls off a cliff it would make a big difference. What might help Trump even more is the Fed's acknowledgement that it will eschew raising interest rates, which the Fed announced on Wednesday. President Trump has been critical of the Fed for some time for raising interest rates consistently during his tenure and thus impeding economic growth. He said last October, after the Fed raised interest rates again, "I think the Fed is making a mistake. They are so tight. I think the Fed has gone crazy."